Beowulf, fitt. 36, in modern English. He was called Beowulf, son of Weohstan, a much-loved shield warrior, a shelving prince, kinsman of Alfara. He perceived that his lord was tortured by the heat under his helmet. Then he called to mind the favours which he had bestowed upon him in time past, the rich dwelling place of the Waimundings, and all power over the people, just as his father had it. And then he could not forbear. His hand seized the disc, the yellow linden shield, and he drew his ancient sword. This last was known among men as the legacy of Eanmund, the son of Ohthera, of whom, when a friendless exile, Weohstan was slayer in fight by edge of sword, and bore off to his kinsman the burnished helmet, the ring-mail corslet, and the ancient giant mage sword which Onela had given him, his kinsman's war harness, a battle outfit ready to his hand. Onela did not speak about the feud, although Weohstan had laid low his brother's son. He kept these treasures, sword and corslet, many years, until his son could compass doughty deeds as his old father had done. Then, when he passed away from life, full of years, on his journey hence, he gave to him among the Geats a countless number of habiliments of war of every kind. This was the first time that the young champion was to go through the storm of battle with his noble lord. His courage did not melt within him, nor did his kinsman's heirloom fail him in the contest. The serpent found that out when they had come together. Beowulf spoke many fitting words, sad was his soul, and said to his companions, "I remember that time at which we drank the mead, how in the beer hall we pledged ourselves to our Lord, who gave us the rings, that we would repay him for the war equipments, the helmets and hard swords, if any need like this befell him. He of his own will chose us among the host for this adventure, deemed us worthy of honour, and gave to me these treasures, because he counted us distinguished spearmen, gallant warriors beneath our helmets. Although he, our Lord, the shepherd of his people, purposed to achieve this deed of bravery by himself, because he among men had done the greatest acts of heroism, daring deeds, now has the day come when our liege lord needs the strength of noble fighting men. Let us go to him and help our battle leader, so long as heat, grim fire horror may be. As for myself, God knows, far rather had I that the flame should swallow up my body with my generous lord. To me it does not seem fitting that we should carry back our bucklers to our home, unless we may first fell the foe and shield the life of the lord of the Geats. Full well I know that this is not what he deserves for his past deeds, that he alone of the noble warriors of the Geats should suffer affliction, fall in the fray. To us shall be in common sword and helmet, corslet and coat of mail." Then he plunged through the deadly fumes, went helmeted to help his lord, spoke in few words, "Beloved Beowulf, accomplish all things well, just as thou saidst in youthful days of yore, that thou wouldst never in thy life leave thy glory to fail. Now must thou, resolute chief, renowned in deeds, protect thy life with all thy might, and I will help thee." After these words the serpent, the dread malicious spirit, came angrily a second time, bright with surging fire, and fell upon his foes, the loathed mankind. His shield was burnt up to the boss by waves of fire, his corslet could afford the youthful spear warrior no help, but the young man did valorously under his kinsman's shield after his own was destroyed by the flames. Then once more the warlike prince was mindful of glorious deeds. By main force he struck with his battle-sword, so that it stuck in the head, driven in by the onslaught. Neiling snapped. Beowulf's old grey-hued sword failed him in the fray. It was not granted him that iron blades should help him in the fight. The hand was too strong, which, so I have heard, by its stroke overstrained every sword. When he bore to the fray a weapon wondrous hard, it was none the better for him. Then a third time the people's foe, the dread fiery dragon, was intent on fighting. He rushed upon the hero when occasion favoured him, hot and fierce in battle, and enclosed his whole neck between his sharp teeth. He was bathed in life-blood, the gore gushed out in streams.